Hello and welcome back. It is my honor to be with you today. I am Dr. Diane, and this is Too Soon to Stop, the How to Reinvent Yourself channel for those who have no desire to retire. I am so excited to present today's episode. Hope you get as much out of it as I did from writing it. Who is your real competition? Here is a quote from Theodore Roosevelt. Comparison is the thief of joy. It literally steals us from satisfaction with our own life. Steals us from what, you may ask? Well, the answer to this is comparison steals us from becoming the best version of ourselves. It keeps our focus on others and not allowing our bandwidth to focus on improving ourselves to become the very best version of our abilities so that we can be even more helpful to others. It is far more productive to focus on what your real competition is and what you can do to change it. Things that are within your control, you can change, not things outside of your control. It is paramount that you realize and accept the difference. Are you getting this? It is not only necessary to realize the things that you cannot change, but to accept it and to move on to change the things that you can change. So who is your real competition? Believe it or not, it is not your star player on your team or even the top achiever in your job or in your class. No, not at all. Here are some examples of who your real competition is. Your competition is procrastination. How many times do you put off doing that one thing you know you should do, but don't do it for a myriad of reasons that at the time seem quite logical, actually? It can be anything from too busy, too tired, not good enough, etc. All of these are excuses that lead to a life of mediocrity if left unchecked. The too busy excuse is an exceptionally sad one because you are working hard, just not working smart. You are exhausted at the end of time, but not getting any closer to reaching your goals to make your dreams come true. You are like the hamster running on that wheel, running as fast as you can, but always winding up in the same place. The only thing that changes is your level of exhaustion. You have to ask yourself, do you really want to stay mediocre? Really think about this and do not give yourself the knee-jerk response, no. That is way too easy. Don't you want to work toward being the best version of you? If the answer is yes, that you no longer want to remain mediocre, you must make the decision to stop or at least drive your procrastination down to a minimum. At the very least, minimum procrastination. It certainly is okay to take a break, and we all need a break. A lot of times there is a lot of fear involved in the decision to move forward with action, which is why so many people fail to proceed. That fear must be dealt with in a head-on, really powerful manner in order for it not to take over. Taking things down to the granular atomic level. Think about it. Stay the same and fail to reach your dreams. You will not only fail yourself, but also those around you who are depending on you to help them to grow to be their best. Make the decision to grow and help many others in ways you can only begin to dream of. So stay focused on your goals. Please do keep in mind that this is not all about you, but your ability to help others. This is what Too Soon to Stop is all about. Helping others become the best version of their self while we also simultaneously become the best version of ourselves. Change your procrastinating behavior today. Don't put it off till another day. With procrastination, tomorrow never comes. Your competition is your ego. Sometimes we are too proud to admit that we need help from time to time. We stay locked in the prison of insecurity, indecisiveness, and anxiety. In reality, the door is already unlocked to free ourselves, and all we have to do is push the door open and walk out. Walk out of the prison and replace your mediocrity with knowledge that leads to confidence and ability that will lead you toward competence. Ask for help when you need it, but as I've said before, ask the intelligent questions that shows the listener that you have done your homework and not expecting to be spoon-fed. Entitlement and expecting to be spoon-fed is a major turnoff for successful people. They are busy, and time is a commodity for them. So to waste their time expecting to be given the answers to the test without first studying yourself will ruin your credibility. Now, there is a way to redeem yourself so that the successful individual do not see you as being a lazy, entitled bum. Do your homework and then start over with the question asking. This is most welcome to the successful, busy person because in most cases, they really do want to help others achieve goals and dreams as well. So ask your intelligent questions to illustrate to the listener that you just need a little more help to move forward. Don't be surprised if they refer you to a book or a course in order to help you and not simply tell you the answer. It is well known that if you have to work for something, then it is valued more, and not to mention you learn more. Your competition is the unhealthy food that you eat. You do not have to go on a lettuce diet, but you do need to be aware of what you're putting in your body. If you want your body to perform, then you have to give it the right fuel in order to do so. You wouldn't put water or the wrong gas type in the tank of your car and expect it to run smoothly for you, would you? Do you have to eat all that cake, or can you be satisfied with simply taking the best part of it and leave the rest behind? Think of the calories that you have saved. Your competition is the knowledge that you neglect. Do you sometimes feel yourself drawn toward people that are not the overachieving individuals that make you feel less than? You tell yourself it is easier not to work so hard, and you have the crowd of people to back you up. Take it easy. See, they are taking it easy. You deserve a break. What's the point of killing yourself? You start imitating mediocrity, and then the next thing you know, you are mediocre. Do you really want this for yourself? What a pathetic example you are setting for those around you, especially the youth. Instead, always be working toward that 1% clarity daily that is needed to grow to the next level. The compounding of knowledge by doing a little something each day will lead to a massive growth over an incredibly short of time, as long as you are consistent and determined to move forward. Your competition is the negative behavior that you nurture. Are you engaged in the activity of backbiting and gossiping? What a waste of time to sit around and gossip about others. You do this to make yourself feel better about yourself because of your own insecurities. It is much more productive to work on increasing your own self-worth by reading positive self-development material. Furthermore, the gossiping and backbiting is so beneath you and will never allow you to achieve your goals because you are comparing yourself to others and focusing on the wrong thing. You are trying to take a shortcut instead of putting in the hard work that will lead to a far more productive life. This is not the road to go down in order to get to the level you are striving for. Never mind what others are doing. This is not meant to be a popularity contest. You work hard and then you let your hard work speak for itself. Ask for help when needed. Do not let shame or doubt distract you from becoming excellent. Your competition is your lack of creativity. In order to be creative, you must get in tune to who you really are. This requires think time and the desire to help others through your own life's experience and teachings. Share with others your failures as well as your victories. I have shared several times how flunking driver's ed in high school led me to pursue my college career, which ultimately led me to become a doctor. I've shared my ups and downs and failures. No, I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I grew up in government-subsidized housing, and there was a lot of dysfunction in my family, including alcoholism. Not to mention the many times I was called stupid and dumb and told I would never amount to anything due to verbal abuse. I had to overcome sexism, racism, and simply being around mean people who did not want to see me make it. Furthermore, to this day, I still cannot drive in reverse to save my life despite multiple decades of driving. People can relate to me more because they see I have my weaknesses and flaws just like everybody else, despite my achievements of becoming an ER doctor with over 30 years of experience and 2 board certifications. They will relate to you as well. Drop the perfection facade. It is self-serving and does nothing to help those around you. Keep it real. Learn to not take yourself so seriously by developing a keen sense of humor to laugh at yourself. This makes you more relatable and you will help many more people as well. Paul in 1 Corinthians 9, verses 26 through 27 talks about disciplining his body and making it his slave. That requires not only brawn, but also brains. Training of the mind and body so that you do not become disqualified for whatever challenge is set before you. Really allowing training to make you into a new and better version of yourself so that you can better help others. By all means, keep in mind that effectively competing so that you will be successful and stay successful is only achieved through discipline and focus. How do you get good at it? Years of training and hard work. That's how. I've mentioned this before in earlier episodes. When Michael Jordan was an up-and-coming basketball player, he was cut from his basketball team tryouts and they accepted his friend instead. So instead of feeling sorry for himself, he put in the very hard work and went down the long and arduous trail to become the great player that we all know and love today. He trained his body and mind so that he was no longer disqualified for the challenges that set before him. Keep reminding yourself that this is not all about you, but others in your life as well, especially young people who are desperately looking for someone to look up to and emulate. Please do not let your focus on self be a selfish voyage. Instead, allow yourself to be trained as Paul in the Bible talks about, so that you can be trained to be used powerfully by God to help others as well as yourself. The more we give, the more we grow and learn to be closer to the best version of ourselves. Your value to others will be multiplied severalfold because you are willing to be that positive force in their lives that we are all looking for. We all need people in our lives to make us feel better about ourselves. Why not you? Till next time, wishing you the best and praying for your success.